Where have you been?
I told you. Listen, I'm not going to just roll over and play victim to Dr. Kellogg and his cronies anymore. It's something I got to do by myself. Now, you know how Dr. Kellogg always trying to make me look like I'm insane? How about if I act the part and get myself committed into Mountain View Sanitarium?
Where are you? It's been hours. You should be here by now.
And you should be sitting still by the fireplace.
Max!
Hey. Take it easy, huh? You may be out of the hospital, but you still got to take it slow.
Oh, where is he? Where's my baby?
Tina, I tailed Lita, and I did my best to make sure she didn't see me, but when we got to the Landview Seminary, I lost her.
Lost her? How?
I don't know how. I was right on her tail, and she disappeared. I've been searching the grounds. It's where I've been all this time. I'm sorry. But there's no sign of Lita or Rollo or your baby.
I just wish it wouldn't take a crisis to bring you back home.
Yes, well, it seems that one crisis breeds another these days.
Well, don't worry about Tina's baby. If he's as lucky as the mother, he's got 9 lives and more luck than a field full of 4-leaf clovers.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
When Clint called, he said Cordero flew up with you.
Yes, he did. He went straight to Landfair, though I made a point of stopping off here because... Asa, I've left another crisis back in Arizona.
The children, they're okay?
Oh, no, they're fine. They couldn't be better. Oh. No, it's your pig-headed son, Clint. He is determined to take a risk that could cost him his life, Asa. You're the only one who can talk him out of it.
Old horse race, is that all?
It is hardly a trot through the park, Asa. The course runs over some of the roughest terrain in the West.
Clint has been there before. If he feels up to the challenge, encourage him instead of bridling his spirit.
Why on earth would I encourage him to gamble with his life? It was foolish enough when he wanted to take Cord along on this ride, but now that Cord has come home, he wants to do it alone.
Vicky, I taught my son how to ride. He is as safe and secure on a horse as he is in an easy chair, blind or not.
Oh, Asa, you don't understand.
Oh, I think I do. Part of you wants him to live his life, and part of you wants to protect him. That is normal.
No, it's much more complicated than that.
It need not be. He can find another reliable guide. Who knows? He can win himself another silver buckle for his belt.
Yeah, well, I don't want another silver buckle for his belt. I want my husband alive.
Vicky, honey, I've never seen you fret over something so small. There's something you're not telling me.
Yes, there is. There is something that we have not told you, something you should have known all along, right from the minute that Clint knew it. But he didn't want anybody to know, especially not me. I found out totally by accident before we left for Arizona.
Find out what?
You know the bullet fragment that's in his head from when he was shot?
Yeah, Larry explained that. It's too risky to remove anything.
Yeah. Well, the risk has remained, and then for some unexplained reason, it took a turn for the worse. The fragment shifted, and the effect...
Wait a minute, what effect? He's already blind. I mean, what more can the damn bullet do?
It can kill him. If it shifts just the teensiest little bit in a certain direction, he will die instantaneously. And the worst of it is, he refuses to deal with this. He's living for the moment, as if it doesn't matter whether he had a day, a week, or 50 years. Now you understand.
Just one thing, Vicky. How long have you and Clint known this?
Do you remember when he tried to leave the hospital after the surgery? In the test that followed, that's when he found out.
I should have been told.
I know you should have been told. I should have been told. But he had his reasons.
The hell! With his reasons. And yours too, for that matter. Damnation, my son could die any minute. Everybody in the world knows it, but me.
Becky, something tells me you're not alone.
How did you know?
Well, either George has been spraying the horses down with perfume or Sarah Gordon's out here in the barn.
You know, Okie, it is just not fair. A girl can't have a minute alone with her favorite horse with the human bloodhound on the loose.
Well, you just get back from a ride?
Uh-huh.
Well, let me help you unsaddle.
Thanks.
You know, it's kind of amazing. A week ago, you were kind of nervous about coming out here in the barn. And now, you're right at home. What caused the big turnaround?
Oh, patience, gentleness, confidence.
Cord? What's wrong? I say something wrong?
Not at all. You're right. Cord has helped me overcome my fear of horses. I guess in a way you could say I've sort of been a personal project of his.
Personal project? I'd say you're a lot more than that. You've sure been spending a lot of time together.
I've gotten kind of used to having him around, you know. Like any old habit. Orange juice in the morning.
Orange juice?
Mm-hmm. Orange juice. So what are you smiling about?
I'm smiling at you. You know, it's not a big crime to let your guard down a little bit. I got a pretty strong hunch you care for Cord.
Speaking of Cord, where is he? I haven't seen him this afternoon. Did he go into town?
But didn't he talk to you before you left?
No.
Well, he went back to Landview with Vicky.
I think I know why.
Max called. Said he thought they were pretty close to finding the baby. Cord offered to stay and help me with this ride, but I told him to go on back. Baby's a lot more important. You do understand why he felt he had to go back and find the baby, don't you?
Of course I do. It's just...
Just that you still wish he'd said goodbye.
Mr. Buchanan, maybe your hunch was right after all. Now give me a hand.
Thing is, I had her.
Well, how could she have just vanished?
You
then?
tell me. There we were, both of us, in the library at the seminary. She's moving along the stacks one moment. Next moment, poof, she's gone.
She must have seen you. She must have known you were tailing her.
Guess I'm not as good a tracker as I used to be back in Texas.
Oh, honey, it's not your fault. It's mine for even letting them know that we were onto them. I mean, when she left my room, she must have just sensed you were going to follow her.
Oh, you were just afraid for your baby. You were just leading with your heart instead of your head again. That's a quality about you I love.
Yeah, a lot of good it's done me or my baby. Max, what are we going to do?
For starters, we're going to try and stay calm. You're very smart. Listen, we're going to have to plan this next step very carefully.
The next step is very clear. We get the $1 million ransom and we hand it to them.
That's simple, huh?
Well, they have the baby. They call the shots.
You trust Rollo enough to play fair?
Max, what choice do we have unless we just give the baby to Rollo and Lita? And I hope that's not what you're suggesting.
Tina, you know me better than that. There's no way I would let two lowlife like that hang on to Milagro. Your baby's going to get back home, I promise. But you're going to have to let me do this my way.
All right, I got here as fast as I could. Now, what the hell is going on?
Cord! Oh, Cord! Thank goodness you're here. We're going to get our baby back. You're going to help us get our baby back, won't you?
Started in Mountain View. Now you want to go back as a patient?
Shh. Yes. Don't you see that's the only way to get Kellogg? Now, he's been trying to drive me insane or make me think I'm insane so that no one will take my accusations seriously.
I take them seriously. Herb takes them seriously. We'll prove your story a safer way.
Rob, if we want to stop Kellogg, I'm the only one who can do it.
What, by letting him lock you up?
Yes. I've got it all planned. I check myself into Mountain View Clinic. I get to know the patients, get them on my side, and get them to open up.
What good will that do? You are the only one who witnessed the murder.
Here's the gun. Obviously, you have never been committed into a sanitarium before. There are virtually no secrets there. I'm sure someone else besides Peck knows about your father's murder. Maybe they know where the body is. Maybe they saw the man in the snakeskin shoes. Maybe something else that we can use.
Melinda, you are a talk show host and a musical director, not a private eye. Now, if you want to hire somebody like John Russell to do this...
Come on, Rob. If we want Kellogg to believe us, he has to think that this person is disturbed.
Now, the only way to pull that off is to get someone who was an ex-patient. Yours truly.
But as an ex-patient, you know that Kellogg is king of the hill in Mountain View. Once you go through that gate, he has the power of life and death over you.
He's not gonna harm me. Not if he thinks I've regressed to my former psychotic state.
Kellogg is not only a killer, he's a professional at psychotic disorders. What if he sees through your act?
I thought you were on my side.
I am. I just want to make sure you don't put your neck on the chopping block.
It's my neck, Rob. I'm sorry, really. I do want your help. But with or without your help, I'm gonna go through with this plan.
Do me this favor. Run your idea past Herb.
He's not gonna change my mind.
He can protect you. As DA, he can plant some people undercover at the clinic. If you've got that kind of safeguard, I will help you any way that I can.
Okay. Herb says he believes me. I'll give him a chance to prove it. Let's go. Just want to warn you about one thing. If Herb says no, I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna prove that Dr. Kellogg is a killer.
All of this for $1 million.
Well, what difference does it make if it's 50 million? The only important thing is our son here. Now, Cord, Max says that we have to be extra careful, but you don't agree with him on that, do you? I mean, there must be some way to make Lita and Rollo happy and still have our baby.
Tina, you make this sound like money is the only problem I have with this.
Max, come on, there's no shame in that. $1 million has stopped a lot of people.
Yeah, but you can get your hands on that kind of money if you just put your mind to it, that's all. I mean, Holden Towers must be worth a fortune. I mean, honey, couldn't you put a second mortgage on it or something?
Try a third or a fourth. The bank owns more of the hotel than I do, and then there's a partner to consider.
Well, I'm sure you could talk Lee into it.
Will you just hold on for a second, all right? Now, Max has gone above and beyond the call of duty in trying to find our son, Tina. Now, if anyone is going to try to come up with that kind of cash, it's my responsibility, not his.
Hold it. I want you both to understand something. I'm not just doing this because I love Tina.
You're not?
Listen, babe, I would do anything in the world for you. I would hawk my last cup link if it meant getting your son back. I don't want any baby at the mercy of that scum Rollo. But I see this whole thing as a setup. I mean, if we don't play our cards right, Rollo's gonna walk out of this town with the money and your baby. Hell, we don't even know if Milagro's still in Landview.
Yes, we do. Okay, I know he's here. I mean, Lita's got him here somewhere in Landview, and all we have to do is come up with the money.
Tina.
Well, she said in 24 hours she would call, let us know what to do, so we just have to get a suitcase and put the money in it.
Just hold it, Tina, all right, please. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to agree with Max on this one.
Oh, you can't be serious.
Tina, if we give them the money, we have got no guarantees. We will end up with nothing.
Thank you, Cord. I was hoping you'd see it my way.
No other way to see it, Max. First thing I'm gonna do is call Rafe Gerritsen.
No, you can't do that.
The police are experts, Tina. They know how to handle this.
Lita said not to get the police involved. And that if I did, I would never see my son again.
There, my precious. You missed me, didn't you? Rollo was nice, but there's nothing like being held in your own mommy's arms.
Mommy.
That's the way he thinks of me now.
You should be very proud of yourself. It was very fancy footwork eluding Max Holden. It's a damn lucky thing I showed you the passageway between the rectory and the library, right?
Now that Holden's on to us, when do we leave?
Leave?
We can stay in Landview. They're bound to inform the police.
Not if they want their baby back. You warned Tina, didn't you?
I delivered your message just as you ordered, but that was before I was followed.
So what's the difference? Tina knows our terms. All we have to do is call her up and tell her where to drop the money off. It's a simple enough exchange. Cash for cradle. We're off.
You really think you've got it all figured out, don't you?
Well, I've been right so far, haven't I?
You've been lucky. What if your luck changes?
It won't. Not so long as you continue to do what you're told.
Oh, revenge and greed has twisted you into some kind of monster.
But a very wealthy monster.
But one day, you'll pay for your greed and your pride. I only pray Milagro won't have to suffer for it any more than he has.
Oh, what the hell's made you so sanctimonious all of a sudden? Give me the damn baby.
Don't you dare! You take him away from me, and who's going to care for him? You? You can barely change his diaper.
All right. I'm sorry, you're right.
Rollo, if you've ever cared for me, forget about the money. And let's keep the baby. We have enough to leave this country. now and start a whole new life.
It's too late, my dove. You said so yourself. Max and Tina are on to us. If anything, we have to accelerate our plans. Soon, little Milagro, you will become a miracle child indeed. $1 million miracle.
I graduated college 1 week, got married. It is not hopeless. Larry said that he could live to a ripe old age.
Yeah. And he could trip over Joey's skate and die tomorrow. Damn it, Vicky. You and Clint had no right to keep me in the dark.
I know that. We had no right. You have every right to be angry. But Asa, now that you know the truth, you have to do something. You've got to go talk him out of doing this idiotic ride.
What in the blue blazes can I do to stop him? He won't even tell me what's wrong with him.
Well, he's got to listen to somebody. I've tried everything. I've tried gentle reasoning. I've tried emotional appeals. I've tried being angry. I've tried to enlist Cord and Sarah's aid. But they're on his side.
Cord and Sarah, they know about the fragments, too.
Yes, yes. Oh, look, he didn't intend for everybody but you to know about it. It
just kind of worked out that way, huh? You know, in a way, you're right. I'm stupid to wallow in my anger. All that's important now is this race.
Asa, please, will you go to Arizona? Will you talk him out of it, please?
If talking works, if hog tying does a trick, I will use it. And the first thing in the morning, I'm heading down to Arizona.
Oh, God, thank you. Thank you so much. Asa, you're the only one I could turn to. And as usual, you were there.
I've been here all the time, Vicky. You and Clint just seem to forget that. Doesn't matter to me, but my firstborn is not going to risk his neck for some damn trophy. I mean, I'm going to knock some sense into his head, and I'm going to tell him that he doesn't have to prove anything to himself. I'm going to tell him
I know. We all want the same thing. We just want him alive.
No comment.
How did they get in here? All right, people, out of here right now. Out. These offices are off limits. Out. Get security up here. If they try to come back in here, have them arrested.
Herb, I am so sorry.
Will you stop with the apologies?
But it's my fault. If I hadn't gotten drunk at the hotel, you wouldn't have had to rescue me, and none of this mess would have happened.
Jennifer, you got drunk because you have a drinking problem. One good thing about last night, you decided to do something about it.
But look at all the damage I've done. I don't care about my reputation, but when I think of what this could do to you...
Trust me, I'll survive. Who knows, I may even benefit from a little scandal. The press is always treating me like the rigid district attorney. Now suddenly, I am the dangerous love god, Herb Callison.
Look, Herb, I know you've been hurt by this. That's why I've decided to face the press and read a statement explaining exactly what happened last night.
That's very generous, dear, but I can't allow you to expose your private life that way.
Now that I am on the cover of the National Intruder, my life will never be private again. Herb, I want to do this, Herb, for you.
Herb, I have something vital to talk to you about.
Sorry, Herb. I tried to get her to wait till you were free.
Oh, no, it's perfectly all right. I like to talk about anything besides the National Intruder.
Oh, I'll go write up that statement now. Excuse me. Herb, I have to ask you a favor.
Ask away.
She came up with a plan to nail Dr. Kellogg.
Now, Rob thinks it's a little bit too dangerous, but with your help, I think we can solve that problem. Now, what I want to do is get myself admitted into Mountain View. Then once I'm on the inside, I'll talk to the patients, get the...
Now, as long as I have anything to say about it, you're not setting 1 foot inside of Mountain View.
Tina, I'm usually the last person to run to the cops, but in this case, we have no choice.
But look at all the things we've already gone through to try to find Milagro. And we can't just give up now. I mean, this baby has survived through the most incredible odds. And now with just a little money and a little risk, we can have him.
It's a lot of risk, Tina, and a lot of money.
Well, what difference does that make? All that matters is our son.
Max, would you like to remind her about what kind of person we're dealing with in this Rollo Fernandez?
Tina, Rollo is a killer, pure and simple. Now, if we try to take him on our own, he may turn on your baby, and then I don't want to think about what could happen to your son.
No, he won't do that. Lita will not let him do that.
You've seen how Rollo controls Lita. I'm sorry, but in this case, we've got to go by the book.
So that's just it, huh? There's no alternative?
That's right. I'm sorry. Max, come on. Let's go talk to Rafe. The sooner we get the police working on this thing, the sooner we can get some kind of plan together.
Yeah. You two go on.
You're not coming with us?
No, I think that you and Cord should go to the police station. I'll be much too emotional. You two take care of it.
Yeah, that's all right, Max. She's been upset enough already. Let's just go.
Try and get some rest. And if Lita tries to contact you, you phone us immediately at Rafe's office.
I will.
Tina, I promise you, I'm going to bring our son back home, safe and sound.
Rachel?
Yes, Mrs. Roberts?
Oh, Rachel. Look, I'm going to go out for a little while. Now, if Alida Caballero should call, tell her to call back within an hour.
Yes, ma'am. Allow me to get your coat.
Wait just a minute. This is really important now. If Lita Caballero does call, don't tell anybody but me. Do you understand?
I shall endeavor to do my best, ma'am.
So, Milagro, it's up to me. Somehow I've got to get the money and bring you back here before Cord and Max by playing everything by the book before they ruin everything.
I got it bad and I'm...
I know I said that I wouldn't worry about Cord, and I won't. But I can't help worrying about how you're gonna get along without him.
Are you talking about this little 100-mile ride? Nothing to it. If he doesn't get back in time, I'll just have one of the hands ride along with me.
You're gonna let him know the risks involved?
What risk? I finished the ride. I've won the ride a couple times. Now, what's going to be the big deal about just... Who told you?
Cord. Clint, he felt like I should know about the bullet fragment, and you know, he was right.
I thought I made it real clear to Cord and Vicky both that nobody was supposed to know, especially you.
Clint, I'm your therapist, and on occasion, I happen to feel like your friend. If there's a life-threatening situation, don't you think I ought to know about it?
Not if it means that you're going to start treating me with kid gloves.
Kid gloves? Would you look at where we are and what we're talking about? You think that's kid glove treatment?
Does that mean you're going to go along with my decision to ride this race?
Well, I didn't at first, but Cord has helped me understand why this race is so vital to you. And I have to admit, I'm a little anxious about it. But in spirit, I'm going to be with you every inch of the way, making sure that you don't fall off. Okay.
No, you're not. You're going to be at the finishing line, sending out good thoughts for me. You know, Sarah, I'm living my life exactly as I want to live it. Maybe you ought to just put my training and my therapy on hold for a while and do something for yourself.
The therapy and your training, they've been my life so far. I'm not really sure I know how to do anything else.
Well, Cord would be a hell of a teacher.
Would you please stop making more of it than it is? Cord and I are just friends. That's all.
That's all? I remember back in Landview when the two of you hardly spoke to each other.
I just have a little trouble getting to know people at first. I have to admit, it was different with Cord. He just makes me want to open up and try new things. What are you smiling at?
Oh, nothing. I'm just real glad that you and Cord are just friends. That's all.
Are you
see, Herb? Doesn't that prove it? I mean, look at the way they forged my writing and all the sick, twisted thoughts.
Melinda, come on, let him finish and judge for himself.
Oh, I've read enough.
So you see why I no longer want to be a victim. Now, Dr. Kellogg has been trying to prove me insane, and now I'm going to fight him back.
How, by giving him what he wants?
Yes, that's the only way to get him. Come on, Herb. I go into Mountain View, I get all the evidence we need, and then we put him away.
If he doesn't put you away first, permanently. Rob, I don't understand you're encouraging her.
I tried to talk her out of it, Herb, but I can't ignore her logic. As long as she lets Kellogg call the tune, she's never going to be rid of the man, and we're never going to find out that she witnessed my father's murder.
Yeah, well, I can sympathize with both of you. But I'm sorry, if Kellogg is the murderer you claim, Melinda might as well slap a target on her back the moment she enters Mountain View. I won't allow it.
Oh, come on, Herb, now
You're worried about the risk. So am I. That's why I said I wouldn't go along with it unless you could put some of your people undercover at Mountain View.
Oh, come on, Rob. Kellogg wants to get to Melinda. An army of undercover cops won't stop him. And even if you were trained for this kind of work, I'd have misgivings about sending you. It is just not my style.
And letting the killer go free. That's your style.
Melinda, he's trying to help.
No, he's not helping. Now, damn it, Herb. I know that you're a dedicated professional, but sometimes you just have to throw out the book and take a chance.
With your life?
I don't have a life as long as Kellogg continues to do what he's doing. Don't you see? Every day I don't know what to expect next. Maybe tomorrow will be another letter. Maybe the day after that, a bloody rope in my bed. Or maybe he'll decide just to quit trying to make me think I'm insane and kill me.
Melinda, take it easy.
No! No, I'm not going to take it easy. And I'm not going to take any more of Kellogg's abuse. Now, I'm going to go, and I'm going to try to stop it, with or without your blessing.
Melinda. Melinda.
Rob!
Wait,
Rob!
back here.
Before you go, there's something I have to say.
You made your position clear, Herb. She just has a mind of her own.
Now, Melinda still may not believe it, but I am on her side. And I agree Kellogg is a threat. Trouble is, I can't prove it in court, at least not yet. Until I can, you keep her away from that clinic.
That's it, Dave. We leave the first thing after daybreak, nonstop to Arizona. I know it is short notice, but my son needs me. Now hop to it. Good man, Dave. Good man.
Asa, thank God you're here.
If you're looking for Vicky, you just missed her. She's on her way to Landfair.
Yeah, well, I can talk to her later. I need to talk to you right now.
Well, you see, I've got to go up and pack for a trip. Excuse me.
Asa. Asa, this is about my son. My son and Cord's son. You see, Milagro is alive. We found that out, and he is here in Landview. He is being held for ransom by Lita Caballero and Rolo Fernandez, and they are holding him for $1 million. Now, Asa, if you ever want your great-grandson to be a part of your life, you have to give me that money, and you have to give it to me now.
I don't know where he is, or late as it is. Don't pay that any attention. I'll grab the table. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Jennifer, it's nice to see you. Where's your boss?
Herb's checking our codes. Aren't you afraid to be seen with a scandalous pair, Mr. Lamar?
That intrusive article was a very good beginning. I hope there'll be much more to come.
I've just made my statement to the press. If I do say so myself, I have a knack for putting in the knife and twisting it.
Poor Herb. He's about to have a lesson on the wages of sin. Anyway, don't worry about a thing. You know, everybody loves a good scandal, and by this time tomorrow, you're going to be yesterday's news.
You promise?
Hello, Herb.
Hello.
Just talking to your secretary about...
Let me guess. Same thing everyone else in this town is talking about. Donald, I can assure you that article is pure fabrication.
That's what I was just explaining to Mr. Lamar. Our relationship, sir, is strictly professional, nothing more.
Of course. Would you mind if we talked alone for a moment?
Oh, certainly. I'll go wait in the bar. On second thought, I'll go pick up a paperback in the bookstore.
I'm not going to mince words. She seems like a very nice lady. I don't want to come down hard on her, but damn it, Herb, you got a lot to lose.
I just told you nothing happened.
But there is a lingering impression that something did, and in this business, impressions are everything.
Donald, I know you came here to clean up city government, but you can't be seriously concerned about the opinions of the national intruder.
Herb, whatever gets in the way of our work concerns me. Now, I have a lot of respect for you as a district attorney. But this kind of sensationalist trash gets out of hand.
It won't.
Good. I'd much rather concentrate on the second reason for our meeting. Let's have a seat. How was that, Melinda Kramer investigation coming?
Funny you should ask.
Or something happened?
A letter supposedly written by Melinda to Dr. Kellogg. Now, it's practically incoherent in places, but the threats made on the good doctor are clear enough.
How did you come by this?
Melinda brought it in herself. That's one reason I don't believe she wrote it.
You think it's a forgery?
Another one of Kellogg's attempts to have her committed, she says, and I happen to think she's right. Of course, her way of trying to stop him is...
What's her plan?
Oh, she wants to play along with Kellogg, have herself admitted to Mountain View as a patient. Amazing, huh? Little TV and everybody's an undercover cop. I turned it down, of course. We want to nail Kellogg. What we don't want is Melinda Kramer dead.
I don't know, Herb. Maybe you spoke too soon.
I'm not gonna let her go into that place. Not if Kellogg is half as dangerous as I think he is.
If he is, Herb, he's going to be chasing after her in or out of Mountain View until she's either insane or he kills her. Now, her instincts aren't half bad. She's got to find a way to turn the tables on him.
Donald, Kellogg may not be the only one involved. What if he's part of a syndicate?
Well, it's beginning to look that way, but she's got a plan, Herb. At least she has a plan.
It's not worth the risk. Now, we'll get Kellogg and his pals some other way.
I wonder if you'd be playing it this safe if that article on the intruder hadn't appeared. Do you see how this kind of trash can affect one's ability to make important decisions? I mean, our job here is to protect the innocent and go after the guilty. Now, if we can, there's any way that we can protect Melinda and nail Kellogg's hide to the wall, I say let's get on with it.
And Tina's terrified if you and your men get involved that she's going to lose the baby for good.
I understand her fear, but the kidnappers know how to play on that, and sometimes...
Sometimes what, Rafe?
Well, sometimes we make the drop and we lose the ransom and the hostage.
Perfect. That's why we're here, Rafe. We need you to make a plan.
Okay, well, the first thing we can do is tap the phone in Landfair, so when that Caballero woman calls, we can try and trace it.
Fine, but what happens once she gives you the drop site?
That's when it gets tricky. We'll have to let Rollo and Lita believe that Tina's going to be bringing the money alone.
Right, and then we'll be ready to pounce once they try to pick up the ransom.
Wrong, Max. My men will be there along with some federal units. We're trained to handle cases like this.
Listen, Rafe, I'm sure they can handle it, but when you go down to the wire, when you go to pick up my son, I want to be there.
Hey, Tina's not going anywhere near Rollo unless I'm close by.
Heroes, just what I need. You guys are going to have enough on your hands just trying to come up with $1 million.
Hey, I can handle that. I'll get on the phone to my partner in the bank, and I'll raise the money. I'll put the Holden Towers up for collateral.
Max, I told you.
Cord, is there any other way?
Then I suggest you get to it, because once that call comes through from Lita Caballero, we're going to have to move fast.
Listen, Rafe, I got to ask you something. I know your men are trained to handle a situation like this, but is there any way we can protect my son from harm?
There's always a chance, Cord. You have my word. I will do my best to protect your baby.
And Tina.
We'll do our best, Max, but I'm going to be honest with both of you. Tina's the one who has to be the bravest and the smartest, or else she and her baby could be in serious danger.
So, Asa, are you going to give me the money or won't you? I mean, it is for Cord's son.
You've already lied to me about having Cord's baby. You carried the poor thing in the church and stopped Kate and Cord's wedding.
I know that, and it was a terrible thing for me to do. I admit that. I was just desperate.
How do I know this baby is yours and Cord's?
Because I saw him, Asa. I saw him in the hut. I saw him here. And if you saw him, you'd know it, too. He has his father's eyes.
Don't bring in this family pride.
Milagro is part of your family, Asa.
If he is a Buchanan, why don't you go to the police and let them handle this?
That's exactly what Max and Cord are doing, and that's why I need to get the money and get the baby home soon before they ruin everything and they scare Lita away.
You expect me to give you $1 million? Forget the danger of the ransom exchange.
You're not going to help me or Milagro?
I didn't say that. The baby's real. Could be Cord's. Clint's grandson. A link in the family chain.
So what are you saying?
All right, I would deliver the money myself, but I have to take a trip to Arizona. While I was thinking, I got me an idea. I'll put John Russell in charge.
John? But he's a private eye. Isn't that the same as calling the cops?
He is discretion itself. He will make sure there's no hitch in the exchange, and you'll have your baby back.
Well, all right, if that's what you think we should do.
I do, and I want you to go back to Landfair and wait for Lita Caballero's call. And John will call you when he's got the money from me.
All right. I'm going. Oh, Asa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What in thunder is that for?
That was for Milagro. And Asa, when you get back from Arizona, I'm going to be honored to present you with your first, honest-to-goodness, great-grandson.
Come on, where do you smell the brand new scent in Snuggle Fabric Softener? Mmm, so cuddle up fresh. A scent you'll love. It's the brand new cuddle up fresh scent of Snuggle. Hi, I'm Mrs. Butterworth. My two syrups are delicious.
Because they're both made with grade A butter.
She really talks.
And they pour on very thick and rich.
Mrs. Butterworth's, regular and light.
I told you, Rob, it would be a waste of time.
Just give Bert some time. He may think about it and decide to go along with it.
Oh, come on. You saw the look on his face. If he doesn't think I'm sick enough to write that letter, he certainly thinks I'm out of my mind for wanting to go back to Mountain View.
You can't blame the man for wanting to protect you. I have the same instinct myself.
Oh, Rob. You've been such a good friend. But it's going to take more than hugs and kind words to get Kellogg.
Sometimes the best way to fight is to let others do it for you.
Like who, Herb? It's going to take his office so long to get anything against Kellogg that I might be dead. And look, I'm sorry, but I have to find a way to get into Mountain View. I'm sorry.
No, it's just the opposite, Griffin. It's quite a good plan, and I
was very generous of Melinda to give it to us. No, that's right. I don't want to stop her. And I don't want Kellogg to find out about this either. No, I have my reasons. I just think it's more beneficial for us, for me and for you, Griffin, if we just let Dr. Kellogg fall into Melinda's little plan.
It's a good thing he's finally going back to his real mother. A little Milagro, with any luck, Tina will have a lot more sense than this one. For your sake, I hope so.
Why do we have to call now? I told Tina we'd give her 24 hours.
That was before I found out you had been followed. We have to push ahead on the timetable.
What if she didn't raise the money? What if she isn't even home?
Lita, you're stalling. What's the matter? Don't you want to make your Rollo a rich and happy man?
I'm not stalling. I just try to do the smart thing.
Then call Tina and set up a meeting place.
Rollo.
Lita, now.
Now, Rachel, you're positive nobody called.
Not even a wrong number. Oh, honey. Come on, did you think I wouldn't come back when you needed me, huh?
Oh, and I do need you.
You seem very surprised to see me. I figured that Cord would have found you and told you I'd come back with him.
Oh, he did. He did. It's just, the timing.
Why? What's wrong with the timing? Is there news about the baby? Do you want me to do anything?
No. No, in fact, Cord and Max are taking care of everything.
Actually, Cord just called from the police station. He filled me in on the plan. Now, Rafe is going to put a tap on this phone, and they're going to bring in a special team.
No, they can't do that. But what I mean is I don't want him to make such a big production out of this, you know? I trust Lita, and I feel that when she gets the money, then she will give me the baby back.
Honey, I don't know. To hear Cord tell it...
I'll get that. Hello? Hello?
that you?
Say it to her, word for word.
It's Lita. I spoke to the couple who have Milagro. They requested you do exactly as I say.
Well, how can I help you?
You know the boathouse in Landview Park?
Yes.
Come there by yourself at 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Bring the $1 million.
Tell her the rest.
Once you turn the money over, you'll get your baby.
But how can I be sure that...
Tina? Who was that?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, it was just one of those silly magazine contests. Well, it seems I may have won a subscription, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait and find out later.
Hi.
Melinda, thank you for meeting me. Where's Rob?
He'll be back in a minute. He had some kind of problem with the club. But did you change your mind?
Well, that's why I'm here, honey.
What's up?
Look, I talked to Donald Lamar after I saw the two of you yesterday. I talked to him again today. I described your plan to him about pretending to lose it and committing yourself to Mountain View. I still think it's too dangerous, but Donald is adamant. He feels that if Kellogg is really involved with some sort of crime syndicate, this may be the only opportunity to shut him down.
So you'll support me in this?
It's a foolish plan, Melinda, much too risky. Unfortunately, the special prosecutor disagrees with me.
You'll be putting yourself on the line if you commit yourself to Mountain View.
Look, when Dr. Kellogg gave Cassie that letter, he gave her two options. Either I go into therapy or he commits me into some kind of a sanitarium.
Mountain View, no doubt.
That's right. And if he does that, then I'm under his control. But if I commit myself and make sure he knows that he has nothing to fear, then I'll probably have a chance to talk to the patients, and somehow I'll get the information that we need that shows that he killed not only Alex Crown, but also Mr. Peck. Now, I know it's going to be frightening, and I'm scared to death, but I have to do it.
Hello, Gideon. Clint Buchanan. Oh, fine, thanks. Listen, is my foreman there yet? We forgot to add the 1x10s to that lumber list. No, we're building a treehouse for the boys. Have him call me when he gets there, will you? Thanks, Gideon. Bye.
Clint?
Oh? Is that you?
Yep.
Well, what are you doing here? Why didn't you tell me you were coming?
What I wanted to say to you, I have to do face to face.
Oh, what are you so hot about?
This damn 100-mile ride. How can I have a son so stupid?
Oh, now, wait a minute. I sent in my application this morning. I'm riding that 100 miles, and that's all there is to it.
No, sir, it is not. If I have to lock you in this house, if I have to hog-tie you to a bar, if I have to fly you back to Landview, I'll do it. Your racing days are over.
So you're sure Cord didn't see you?
Yeah, I'm sure. I waited down the block until after he left. Tina, listen, the police are very experienced in dealing with blackmail.
What are you talking about? I thought you said you were going to help me.
I am, but I'm just saying that it's not too late to call Rafe and tell him about the plan. He can have his men surround the boathouse and grab Lita when she shows up with the baby.
No, I promised Lita that I was not going to involve the police, and I'm not. Look, we have the $1 million from Asa. All we need to do is put it into a briefcase, show up, hand the money to Lita, she gives us the baby, and we get out of there. Oh, no, you don't think they found out that Cord and Max went and talked to the police, do you? Or maybe they want more money.
I don't know, just answer the phone and try and stay calm, all right?
Oh, thank goodness it's a private line to the Banner. Oh, yes, hello? Yeah, she's around here somewhere. Can I have her call you right back? Great, thanks. So what time is it? Is it time to go yet?
No, we still got about an hour.
Well, how long does it take to get to the boathouse?
Well, not more than about a half hour tops.
Oh, I can't stand this waiting. I can't take... Vicky. Hi. Briggs just called, and he wants you to return his call, but he says it's nothing urgent.
Thank you. Hello, John.
Hi, Vicky.
Oh, if you'd like to make the call now, we'd be happy to leave, right, John?
Actually, I'd like you to tell me what you two are up to.
Very soon I will have to say goodbye to you, my beautiful little one. You've given me so much joy. Breaks my heart to know I'll never see you again. I know your mother will love you and care for you. And you will be happy. I'm sure of that, Milagro. But I will think of you constantly and pray for you. Rollo, there is no need for the gun.
Tina Roberts is going to give us $1 million. We have to have protection.
From whom? No one will know we have the money. Put it away. Rollo, tell me the truth. Why do you need that gun?
Several months ago, I underestimated Max Holden. I'm not about to make the same mistake twice.
But I told Tina to come to the boathouse alone.
And I fully expect Max to be right behind her. And if I'm right, I will have the chance to attend to some unfinished business.
Our plan is to trade Milagro for $1 million and flee the country. We're so close to realizing our plan. I'm sure that Tina and Max will do nothing to jeopardize Milagro's safe return.
Yes, and you were also sure that Max and Tina wouldn't put the two of us together. Fortunately, Tina blurted out that little bit of information in the hospital.
All right. So I was wrong that one time. But Tina has agreed to cooperate with us. What will you gain by killing Max Holden?
Satisfaction.
And risk everything for revenge?
You're a woman. I don't expect you to understand.
Rollo, I want no part in killing.
I'm not going to argue with you. I have to do what I have to do. Now stop badgering me. I don't have to explain anything to you.
I'm fearful for you because I love you. But it's become clear you don't love me.
Lita. Of course I love you. I'm sorry I lost my temper. I just don't want anything to go wrong at the last minute. You have to remember, my darling, I devised this entire plan so that you and I could live together in happiness, in splendor, carefree as man and wife. Think, in a few hours, we'll be on board a jet bound for Europe. All of this will be behind us. Don't you believe me?
I don't know anything anymore.
Well, you can always be certain of my love.
But not your trust.
Lita, of course I trust you.
Then return my wallet and my credit cards.
As soon as we're in the taxi on the way to the airport, and I'm doing this for your own good, you allow yourself to be controlled by your emotions. You're liable to act without thinking and ruin everything at the last minute. Come now, my love. Let's go over the plan one more time. It's very simple. You'll wait here for my call.
I understand.
And then you take that baby exactly where I tell you to. And then we fly away and be married. Well, goodbye, little Milagro. I only hope your real parents grow to love you as much as we have.
Cord, any word from Lita?
No, not while I was there. I tell you, Tina is really climbing the walls.
She was up all night pacing. I don't know. The only reason I'm here is because I thought Rollo might be watching the place and he might not call if I was hanging around.
Perfect.
I'll tell you something, Cord. She was awful anxious to get me out of that place.
You too? Man, she practically kicked me out of the house.
I don't know. This isn't like Tina. Normally when she's nervous, she likes someone around to take her mind off of things.
Yeah, well, Vicky's home. I know she feels real comfortable with her. Maybe Tina is pulling something that she doesn't want either one of us to know about.
Crossed my mind, too. I mean, she wants that baby real bad. She can talk herself into anything to get what she wants.
You don't have to tell me, man. I've been on the business end of some of her schemes before.
You get the feeling we better head back plan fair before she does something real stupid.
Man, I hope we are wrong about this. Let's go.
Well, I thought I could hire John to help find Milagro. I mean, he's the best private eye in Landview, maybe even in the whole country.
Yes, I know. He's very, very good. But, honey, the police are doing everything they possibly can. They put a wiretap on the phone, and the whole force has been told to be on the alert for Rollo and Lita.
Well, Vicky, I've got a few contacts that the police department don't have. Like forgers who are able to phony up passports, that sort of thing. In fact, I'm working on a lead right now.
Oh. Have you discussed it with Rafe?
He doesn't need to discuss anything with Rafe.
Well, actually, I thought I'd check it out first. And if it does pan out, I'll tell Rafe about it. Listen, we're working on the same side here, you know. It's just I'm able to go off in different directions.
Yeah, don't you think you ought to call Briggs back?
I will. Hasn't it occurred to either one of you that it's really rather strange that Lita hasn't contacted Tina yet?
Actually, Tina already told me about spilling the beans at the hospital, telling Lita that she and Max knew all about Rollo, so I figured that, well, Rollo was probably just cooling his jet somewhere, you know, waiting to find out if the police are staying out of it.
Honey, are you quite sure that phone call you took yesterday was really someone from a magazine contest?
Vicky, I have told you a million times. Oh, come on, Vicky, you've been through this yourself. I mean, you know how your heart falls to your toes every time the phone rings.
Yes, I do know. I also know that the waiting is unbearable. I know that you feel totally helpless and you are willing to do just about anything to resolve the situation. But, honey, you have to trust the police and John to do their jobs. It is the only way you will ensure your baby's safety.
How do you plan to protect Melinda at Mountain View?
We'll have 2 people watching her at all times.
And I'll know who they are, right?
Yes, I'll get photos to you. I'll fill you in on their covers. One is coming in as a patient, the other is a security guard, and we'll have them in place before you commit yourself.
Mountain View's a big place. Are you sure the 2 undercover cops is going to be enough?
Well, if they don't think they can handle it, we'll just bring in more people. And Donald has offered to assist in any way he can.
I really wish you hadn't told him about this.
So do I, Rob. So do I. I don't like being pressured into risking other people's lives.
It was my choice, Herb, and if Donald thinks that there's enough protection, then I feel very secure.
It seems to me the fewer people who know about this, the safer Melinda will be.
Okay. There's the 2 of you, the 2 undercover cops, Donald and I. We're the only people who know about it. Now, Melinda, please, if you change your mind, don't hesitate to call me.
Herb, if I back out now, you're going to lose the biggest chance you have to put Kellogg in prison.
If you want to back down, we'll find some other way to nail Kellogg.
Afternoon, folks.
Oh, don't tell me you're here to spy on stars or have to make me a little competition.
Heavens, no. One of the young women in the personnel office is giving a bridal shower for her sister. She wants to discuss having it at Heavenly Hash.
Excuse me, Gilbert. May I have a look at this paper?
Certainly.
This whole damn thing is so blown out of proportion.
Oh, Mr. Callison, I'm so sorry. I bought the magazine for Wanda. She likes to read her horoscope. I didn't even look at the cover.
It's okay, Gilbert. I would have seen it sooner or later.
What's this about her brother?
What?
The outlandish allegations that the district attorney interceded with the parole board on my brother's behalf are unfounded and untrue.
Her brother?
Harold Calhoun, convicted and sentenced to 10 years for tax evasion, says you paroled him there for 2 years.
Oh, wait a minute. I put in a good word for Harold. I didn't know he was Jennifer's brother. If she'd been working for me at the time. Excuse me. I'm going to find out what the hell's going on here.
That girl should have left well enough alone. I'm afraid instead of helping him, she's caused Mr. Callison even more problems.
Sure looks that way.
He can deal with it.
Well, I hope so. Well, I better get up to the office and discuss the bridal shower.
Yeah, I'll see you. See you later.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Oh, boy, you think this is going to hurt him politically?
No, but I'm worried that it's going to distract him a little bit. What we have to think about right now is you and the danger you're going to be in.
You saying you flew all the way out here just to try to talk me out of riding this 100 miles?
That's the main reason.
Well, I'm sorry you wasted your time on all that jet fuel for nothing, but my mind is made up.
Clint, you have more ribbons and trophies than you ever pay attention to. Why the hell do you want another one?
This has nothing to do with a trophy or a ribbon, Pa. It has to do with self-respect and pride. And that's just part of it. Mainly it has to do with being my own man and doing things the way I always used to, my own way. And not be handicapped by this handicap. Now, when I was in a hospital, and I was feeling sorry for myself and thinking my life was over, what'd you tell me? You said nothing had really changed, that I was still the same fella I always was. I just couldn't see, that's all. Well, I've come a long way toward realizing that. But I still got a few doubts. And riding this 100 miles will get rid of those doubts once and for all. Now, can't you understand that?
Yes, I kind of understand a little bit about it, but, you know, there are 100 other ways to prove yourself, son, better than this horse race.
I'm committed to this. All the hands know that I've entered. The local paper has even picked it up. Now, what am I supposed to tell everybody? That I'm, sorry, fellas, I'm just not really a man of my word?
Yes, you say I'm sorry. I have a business deal in Landview, and I won't be back in time for the race.
Come on. They'd see through that in a New York minute.
Who the hell cares? The hired hands, the newspaper, you don't owe them a damn thing. I'll tell you who you owe something to, Clint, is your family. You owe it to your kids to watch them grow up. You owe it to Vicky to grow old with her. Are you going to risk all that for some fool ride with a horse who's just liable to throw you and get yourself killed if that...
If that what? If that bullet fragment shifts? I can't believe Vicky blabbed that to you, but that's the reason for this whole trip, isn't it, Pa? I said, isn't it?
Has Max made any progress at the bank about the loan?
Well, he doesn't seem to think he's going to have any problem getting the money, and he said he'd know this afternoon.
Why didn't you come to me for the loan?
Vicki, we've already gone over this. Max wanted to do it, and besides, he's going to get his money back when the police arrest Lita and Rilla.
Honey, why do you keep looking at your watch?
Well, because I can't help but wonder when Lita's going to call and when I'm going to get my baby back.
Obviously, Tina, you're getting a bad case of cabin fever here. Now, maybe what we ought to do is you come down to the office with me while I check out that lead. I'm sure Vicky will give us a call if anything happens, huh? What do you say?
That's a great idea. And, Vicky, you'll call right away, won't you?
Yes, of course I will, but Lita does not want to talk to me. She wants to talk to you. I think you should stay here. If you need to get out, we'll go for a walk on the grounds.
No, I really need to get away from here. I'm already, like, climbing the walls. I need to feel like I'm doing something.
Okay, go with John. I'm not going to be here, though. I'm walking down to the pool house now because Kevin thinks he left his baseball glove there. And if Lita does call, when are you going to be back?
About an hour.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought she would never leave. Look, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, well, listen, you don't turn over that briefcase till you get the baby in your arms.
Yeah, why have you got that gun?
Tina, what we're about to do could be very dangerous. Look, I know that you're concerned and you can't wait to have your baby back in your arms again, but you can't forget what type of people we're dealing with here. Now, they can't be trusted. We got to be prepared.
Well, just don't shoot that thing anywhere near my baby.
I hope I won't have to shoot it at all, but it's just in case.
Look, John, I know that Lita loves the baby, and I also know that Rollo wants that $1 million, so I really don't think they're going to cause any trouble.
Just stay calm. Now, you won't see me, but I'll be there just in case.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Mrs. Buchanan.
Oh, of course. I'm Bill Smythe from the Furnace Company. You called about a problem with your heat?
No, there's no problem with our furnace.
But I got a repair order.
Well, there must be some mistake. May I see the order?
Silly me. I left my clipboard in the van. I tell you what, I'll go back out to the street and radio the office, find out what the problem is. I'm very sorry I bothered you.
Oh, my God, I know you.
So you figured I should know that my own son could drop dead any second? Well, Vicky felt I should know. Why did you hold back? You figured the old man couldn't handle it?
No, that wasn't it. The reason I didn't mention the bullet fragment shifting is for the very reason that you are here right now.
What, all of a sudden, a father is not allowed to worry about his own son?
Pa, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing anybody can do. Now, I've finally come to terms with that. And I have decided to live my life the only way I know how, full bore. And I don't want anyone hovering over me, telling me what I can or can't do, and treating me like an invalid. I won't live that way. Why can't people just realize that I happen to be a pretty fair horseman? All right, so I'm blind. I can't see. But I have a good sense of hearing, a good sense of smell, a good sense of trouble. And I can finish that ride. Now, somebody else might win it, but they're going to have to beat a blind man to do it.
Clint, I didn't